Welcome back to the fourth video of our Pacman game series. In this video, we will add scores and lives into our game. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. First of all, I will create some variables. So I'll go to functions. I'll create a function, same like the last one, and I'll name it game variables. Next, what I will do is I will create some variables for the score and life. So I'll give it game score, game score, and game lives. And I will set game score to 0 and game lives to 3. Also, what I will do is I'll go to game. I will set the game score to this, and I'll set the game lives to this. And I will declare the variables by declaring the function. So I will declare the game variables, which is here: game variables, food variables, ghost variables, and Pacman variables. All the variables are declared into our game now. I can keep them all together. So if you can see, by this mechanism, managing a bigger game like this is very easy. All the variables are declared at once, all the functions over here, and our game loop block is very smaller. Also, the game setup block is not very big. If I wanted to do everything in this, it would become a long game or a visually long block. Okay, so we just need to solve that. I will just delete this print to console block because we don't need it anymore. Now what I'll do is I will check that if, so I'll go to sprite, and for each sprite in for row 1, if the Pacman is touching, so is sprite touching. So I'll go to control and I'll select this. If the Pacman or J is touching Pacman, if this is happening, what should we do? We should actually make the visibility of our sprite J or disable the visibility. Okay, so I'll go to sprite and I'll set the sprite visibility to hidden. Okay, J over here is the sprite or the food into the food group, in the food group. Okay, similarly this is done, this is done. Also I will increase the score of our game. So I'll go to variable, I'll use this, I'll use game score. Let's see, where is our game score, and I'll increase it by 1. So this variable and then game score by 1. Okay, and similarly I guess we should do it for other blocks as well, like for food row 2 and food row, sorry, this, this, and this, and this will be food row 3. So save, and we'll check if this is working. So down, and yes, you can see, yes, it is working. See, each of the dots are being eaten away. So what I need to do is, currently it is not interactive, I need to add a sound. Okay, so I can make a function for this because we are doing the same thing every time. So I will just use this function. I'll create a function like this, and I'll this eat food eaten, food eaten. And I'll add a sound effect. So sound, play tone, and I guess we need a sound. So I'll got it. Tones, and I'll go to, I'll use this one. So add to game and go back. So short beep, save. And then what I'll do is I'll just delete this, and I will use this function. So food eaten, duplicate, and save. And let's see if we get the sound or not. So forward, down. Okay, there is some error. What is the error? Let's see. Okay, I guess this is the error. So what is happening? So basically, this sprite J is declared inside this food group. Okay, that is why we cannot include it in any other function, but no issue. What I'll do is I'll just use this thing. Okay, sorry, first I'll duplicate it 3 times. Like this. So this, and this. So yeah. Okay, and you can see the score is not increasing. Why it is not increasing? Because we need to display the score every time. Okay, so what I can do is maybe I can create a function for this. Okay, we can so yes, food eaten. Instead of that I block, food eaten, we can just do these 3 things inside a block. So again, go to game, set game score to game score. Okay, and then I can include this function everywhere. So function food eaten, duplicate, food eaten, duplicate, food eaten, save and play. Now you can see the score is increasing. Okay, the score is increasing. We have a sound, we have different function. Now I just need to add one more functionality, which is basically if my Pac-Man sprite is touching any enemy sprite. If that is happening, we should get a red screen for a certain period of time, and our position of the Pac-Man should reset back to the initial position. Okay, so I will add one more if condition. I can keep it outside or inside, that is okay. So if our sprite Pac-Man, this thing, and I'll go to control, I will use this, it will be OR. If our Pac-Man sprite is touching Ghost 1 sprite, or it is touching Ghost 2 sprite. So what should happen? We should actually do one thing, which is basically set its position back to the initial position. But before that, we should change the background to red color. So let's see if we have the red color background in game assets. Yes, we have. So now I'll change the background, which is world, set background images to red, and after a certain period of time, which is a very minimal time of 50 millisecond, I will change it back. And then what I will do, I will change it to black. Okay, I will also change the sprite position through this, so I can just duplicate this block, set sprite Pacman position, duplicate, and I can use this initial, back to initial position. I can also add a sound, tones, game asset. This could be used, but let's choose another. So yeah, this is good. So again, we will play a sound pop at 50%. And I guess we need one more thing, which is setting the lives to -1. So set game lives, which is to -1, or game life -1. So this is minus, and I can again choose a variable, and over here I can select game lives. So after that, I will just duplicate one more block, which is this one, duplicate, and apply it over here. Now we will see if we are getting resetting the position of the Pac-Man, we are getting a red background or not. And so yeah, okay, one thing is happening. So okay, and we have only one life left. So yes, lives are 0. Okay, so stop, back, and now we can add one winning condition and one losing condition. So we can add if blocks. So I can actually create a function for that. So win and lose, I will use if block. If the score, if the game score, which is this, if the game score is equal to or greater than 30, what should we do? We should first make the game over. So I'll go to game, stop game loop, and then I'll show some text, and it will be like gaming master. Okay, and to add emojis into your text, you can use window. If you are on window, you can use window and dot or full stop key to add emojis. So I will add this one, and then I will copy it over here as well. I will give it a text of 54 pixels. I will give it a bright yellow color, and I will set the position into the center of the screen. So it will be half width, and this will be half height. Similarly, else if the game lives are less than equal to 0, save. Just last thing, instead of writing gaming master, we will write noob, and we'll add a laughing emoji. Yeah, like this. and I will set this into red color. Save, and then we'll add the final function into our game. If you want, you can add it onto the top. That is not an issue. So function, win and lose. Okay, save, and let's test. So I will hit the enemy with my Pac-Man 3 times. I will set it here. Yes. One, two, three. Okay, something. Okay, sorry. Noob is printing. I think I've made an error. This should be half height. This should be half height. The game stop loop is not there. That is why it is not happening. So again, play. Forward. One. And okay. Yes, now it is happening. Noob is there for few seconds. I will just do this. Do this. And now let's test for the game winning condition. Okay, so I need to play very carefully. Please help me. Okay, so okay, what I will do is, see, this distance is very much and still it is working. I would want to decrease it. I would like to keep it to 50 or 60. Okay, save, play. So I'll make it go down and forward. Okay, save, down, down, and left. Okay, save, down and forward. Okay, yes, I've won. Let's try again one more time. So down, down, forward, down, backward, down, forward. Gaming Master. Okay, I just made a small change this time. I use this function at the end of the game. Sometime it happens, my text was not visible to me, so I just used it at the end of the game. But yes, now our Pac-Man game is complete. You see how we added different motions to our enemies and different sprites, how we stopped the Pac-Man from going beyond the screen, and how we added the game logic about game winning and game losing scores. Okay, I would request you to play this game and design this game by yourself by watching this video. If you face any kind of error, or if you have any doubt while designing this game, you can type that comment into the comment section and I will help you out. I will meet you in the next video with a newer game. Till then, bye bye.